Let's talk money. Specifically, let's talk YouTube money.
2025 is here and I'm ready to show you how much YouTube actually paid me in 2024 with less than 3,000 subscribers. In this video, I'll be going over how much money I made each month, my top 3 highest earning videos, and of course, the total amount I've made. My hope is that by showing you my numbers, it'll give you an example of how much you can earn from a small channel, but also show you how YouTube has changed me for the better with less than 3,000 subscribers. Full financial transparency. I've taken direct screenshots from my YouTube Studio page to show you my real data, and because of that, these numbers will be in Canadian currency. Before we start, hi, my name is Linda. This is my husband, Tony, and we're an early retiree couple vlogging our lives here in Bangkok, Thailand. So if you're interested in what we're up to, consider subscribing.
I made a similar video detailing how much did I make on YouTube on my first month of being monetized with less than 2,000 subscribers. This video was made over 6 months ago, back in 2024.
I'll leave a link here and I'd recommend you watch if you haven't yet, as it goes into more detail about exactly how I got monetized, how much YouTube paid each of my videos after getting monetized, and the reality of finally being a part of the YouTube Partnership Program.
Just a quick run through on how to get accepted into the YouTube Partnership Program, or YPP. First, you would have to get 1,000 subscribers, which I had reached on Wednesday, January 17, 2024. From there, you have 2 routes you could take. Either for short-form content, get 10 million views in the last 90 days, or for long-form content, fulfill the 4,000 public watch hours, which I had reached on Thursday, May 23, 2024. Once all of these requirements are met, you'll get a notification that your channel has been monetized, which I did on Friday, March 24, 2024. Before I go over the numbers, it's important to know what is RPM. RPM is the revenue per mil, meaning what content creators receive per 1,000 views from YouTube. Got it? Good. So with that out of the way, let's start at the very beginning of 2024 in the month of May, where I had uploaded 4 videos. As you can see from the graph, because I got monetized late in May, my revenue for the month is the lowest that you'll see compared to the rest of the year. I didn't receive any revenue until May 27, 2024 at 97 cents, and my highest being $3.07. In total, I received over 30,000 views, 1,700 watch hours, 199 subscribers, and $650 in revenue for that month so far, totaling up to $6.50. During that time, these are my top 5 videos with the highest revenue for that month, with an RPM average of 27 cents for every 1,000 views.
Now, one thing I didn't mention is that once you're a part of the YouTube Partnership Program, you have to hit a certain threshold with your revenue before you see it in your bank statement.
For me, I had to reach 100 Canadian dollars before payment is sent, and the earnings are finalized between the 7th and 12th of the month, with YouTube paying between the 21st and 26th of the month.
I'll be going through each time I got paid and how much I received as I go through each month.
The next month is June, where I posted 2 videos. From this graph, you can see that I'm steadily making income each day, with my highest amount being $6.28 on June 10th, 2024.
This graph may not seem like much from a viewer's perspective, but for me, as someone who's been posting for a number of years, to now finally being able to earn a modest amount from YouTube, it's a dream come true to be compensated for content that Tony and I genuinely love making.
So in June, I received over 17,000 views, over 800 watch time hours, 91 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $37.10. Adding up from the last month, the total so far is $43.60.
Now, even though my June analytics was much lower than May, I still received a jump in revenue, which I believe is the accumulation of previous month's engagement streaming over to June, meaning the video I posted before getting monetized is now earning revenue.
And in the month of June, these are my top 5 highest earning videos, with my RPM average for every 1,000 views for that month coming up to $3.61. On to July. I posted 2 videos that month, and when looking at my graph, there is a consistent flow of revenue coming in each day, with my highest being $4.46.
During this time, tragedy struck and my internal storage got corrupted, which is where I unwisely stored all of my edited and unedited footages. Now, you might be thinking, oh, why not go out and film more? Well, Tony and I mainly vlog content in Bangkok, Thailand, which we try to avoid during that time because of monsoon season. As a result, I was out of luck and limited in pushing out as much content as I would like to. So here is a reminder to anyone who is currently only using their internal storage. Back up your work.
Now, for the month of July, I received over 17,000 views, over 720 watch time hours, 147 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $43.56, bringing in the total so far to $87.16. And for that month, these are my top 5 highest earning videos, with my average RPM per 1,000 views reaching $4.31.
So at this point, after getting monetized in late May, going through June, July, I had reached my first payment threshold
and could finally get paid by YouTube, but not until the following month, which I'll be showing you how much I received right after going over August. So here I kept the trend of posting 2 videos, and looking at my graph, I would say I was earning around the same amount like the others, with my highest amount in a day earned at $3.53. Now, looking at my analytics for the first month, I got over 19,000 views, over 826 watch time hours, 119 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $28.30. As you can see, my revenue for this month is trending down compared to how my other months were growing, which makes sense since I wasn't posting weekly. So the total amount added up to $115.46. For that month, these are my top 5 highest paid videos with an RPM average per 1,000 views of $2.25. Finally, for my first payment from YouTube, I had reached the $100 threshold 2 months after getting monetized, reaching the amount of $119.45 minus taxes to receive a total of $103.78.
When I received this amount, it felt so surreal to get paid for doing what I genuinely love, and I felt more determined to try and close the gap between this payment and the next so that eventually I could pass the threshold every single month.
Now, on to September, where I posted 1 short. During this month, I was traveling and didn't have time to edit, so when I looked at my graph for that month, I was surprised to see a bit of revenue. Not a lot, but more than I expected.
This was quite interesting because it showed that my previous videos were still getting views and earning despite how long ago I uploaded.
Now, for September's analytics, it generated over 12,000 views, over 350 watch time hours, 34 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $15.58. So my total income for September was cut by half from the previous month, which made sense, adding up the total so far to $131.04.
This month really showed that consistent upload is key and how damaging it can be for my future revenue if I didn't maintain a weekly posting.
Now, this is my top 5 highest earning videos for that month, with an average RPM for every 1,000 views at $3.64. On to October, where I had posted 1 video and 3 shorts.
During this time, Tony and I were settling into Bangkok, but also showing our friends around town, so I didn't have much time to edit until the end of the month.
And if you look at my graph here in the beginning of October, I wasn't even hitting the dollar mark until the very end, where I had started posting with my highest earning day at $3.39. During that month, I had reached over 18,000 views, over 560 watch time hours, 62 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $26.66. October's revenue had risen up from last month, making the total amount up to $157.70.
Now this was a great boost of motivation for me, as I was now nearing the end of my travels and had a ton of footages to go over and edit, as well as film more Bangkok content.
And this month couldn't have gone any better. Going over my top 5 highest earning videos for that month, I was pleasantly surprised that the only video I had posted for October became my number 1 with a revenue of $8.19 and an average RPM per 1,000 views of $3.30. Next is November, where I posted 3 videos and 11 shorts.
During this time, Tony and I were finally settled into our accommodations and we didn't have to travel anywhere, and I could finally sit down and do some editing.
When you look at my graph, I was hitting the dollar mark more often than I had in the past, which was great to see. So in total for November, I had reached over 53,000 views, over 782 watch time hours, 116 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $23.31. My revenue for November was lower than last month, which totaled to $181.01.
This was actually surprising to me, as I thought my revenue for November would have been equal, if not higher, to last month, given that I'd posted more this time. My guess is the views I got in November, that revenue would move over to the following month, but I'm not quite sure. If you guys have any insight on this, please let me know in the comments below.
Now, here are my top 5 highest earning videos for that month, with an average RPM for every 1,000 views of $4.01.
At this time, I had finally passed my minimum required amount to get my second payment from YouTube. This was 4 months in the making, and I'll be sure to show you the exact amount after going over December.
In December, I had posted 9 videos and 8 shorts, my highest amount of uploads in a month for that year.
This was Tony and I's first time being in Bangkok for the month of December, and I wanted to capture as much memories as I could during that time.
As you can see from the graph, I am now consistently passing the dollar mark, with my highest earning day at $25.68.
The highest earning day of 2024. December was the month of a lot of milestones for my channel in terms of my analytics.
In total, I had reached over 51,000 views, 1,500 watch time hours, 432 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $77.47. This was by far my highest earning month of the year, with a total of $258.48. My top 5 highest earning videos are as follows, with my very last upload of 2024 reaching the top spot of most earned video for December at $34.72, with an average RPM per 1,000 views of $4.87.
December was definitely the top month for my channel, and I am so happy to have finished off the year strong, especially since I had reached my minimum requirement to get paid by YouTube.
This was my second payment, which took 4 months to reach, where I had earned $129.03 minus taxes to receive a total of $112.83. Now, for my total analytics for 2024, I had received over 375,000 views, nearly 10,000 watch time hours, 1,500 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $258.48.
From that amount, I had received $216.61 in my bank account. Next, I'll be going over my top 3 highest earning videos of 2024, but before I go over the numbers, it's important to note,
what is CPM and RPM? CPM is the cost per mil, which is what advertisers are willing to pay per 1,000 views to YouTube. And RPM is the revenue per mil, meaning what content creators receive per 1,000 views from YouTube. 45% of the ad revenue goes to YouTube, while the remaining 55% goes to the creator.
But when I took that ratio into practice with my videos, the numbers just didn't add up.
So how much does YouTube actually pay you? I thought it would be interesting to go over a recent video I uploaded and find out what my CPM and RPM were once you're monetized and uploaded a video. From there, advertisers will be paying this amount per 1,000 views in ad revenue to YouTube. YouTube in turn would take 45% cut of that, leaving me with the other 55%. But if that were true, why is it that my RPM is so much lower than that? So I looked it up, and these were some of the reasons that came up, which you can pause here to take a look. What caught my attention was the last point, video niche, which I'll delve into a bit deeper. Here I found a list of top 10 high CPM niches, which you can pause to take a closer look. The niches I wanted to focus specifically on was personal finance and lifestyle. As you can see, there is a clear difference in amount. 2 of my videos that were posted a month apart, one being a lifestyle vlog while the other is about personal finance. When you compare these videos closely, one has a much higher viewership than the other. But despite that, both CPMs are nearly identical, while the RPM for one of the niches is nearly double over the other.
This was very interesting to see. Despite how much viewership you gain in one video, your niche can have a significant impact on your revenue, which is something I wanted to keep in mind when I go over my top 3 highest paid videos.
So, as you can see here, third place goes to the best luxury buffet in Bangkok, where I received 8,700 views, over 544 watch time hours, 19 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $22.60. Second place goes to how much I make on YouTube in my first month of being monetized, with 5,300 views, over 323 watch time hours, 98 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $32.09. Lastly, first place goes to my early retired cost of living in Bangkok video, which generated me 9,700 views, over 834 watch time hours, 251 subscribers, and an estimated revenue of $50.47. Going over their CPM, the luxury buffet video received $14.03 for every 1,000 views. My first month of being monetized got $16.29, and my early retired cost of living averaged $16.02. Onto their RPM. Luxury Buffet video averaged $2.59 for every 1,000 views. First month being monetized received $6.10, and Early Retired Cost of Living got $5.24.
Now, looking back at my analytics for 2024, it was sometimes hard to see my work being measured in dollar amounts, especially because most of the time it didn't reflect how much effort I put into them. I'd often think to myself, is this worth it? Whenever I felt this way, I find myself going back to a certain clip I made when I first got monetized that has helped encourage me to keep going.
The answer is this video was a long time coming, and I wanted to portray the numbers for what they were. I didn't want to glam it up to get clicks because it's an important reminder to me that YouTube is a journey. And as I continue on this path, I want to keep record of where I started, to look back and say, hey, I did pretty well for myself. Because, spoiler alert, it doesn't always get easier once you get picked up by the algorithm or once you get monetized. It's a constant trial and error to improve your content. And it can get frustrating at times, but nothing worthwhile comes easy.
I can confidently say I've seen a major improvement from the me that first month of being monetized to the me now, and not just in the revenue. I have a clearer idea of where I want this channel to go and a deeper understanding of my analytics, with a growing sense of confidence to put myself out there. But best of all, getting a dopamine boost from all of your positive engagement on this channel. So if you did enjoy this video, please let me know with a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Until the next one, bye!